Hello guys and welcome back to Car Obsession. The Renault 5, it's back. Now of course, with it being a brand new car, it is powered by electricity and it is much more cutting edge compared to its predecessor. But does it drive as good as it looks? Let's find out. So guys, I've got this car for a good time, not a long time. I've only got about 20 or so minutes, so yes, these are very much my first thoughts and my first opinions. The Renault 5 E-Tech is available with the choice of two batteries. You can either have 40 kilowatt hours, which will give you 120 horsepower, or you can have this, which is the 52 kilowatt hour, and this gives you 150 horsepower. If you go for the smaller battery, you get 186 miles of range, whereas if you go for this, you get an improved range of 248, I believe. I am doing this from memory, so you will need to bear with me. For this version, it offers 150 horsepower, like I say, and it will hit 62 miles per hour in around 8 seconds, so pretty respectable. Top speed, in case you're really wondering, is 93 miles per hour, but let's face it, it's quite irrelevant. Anyway, how does it drive? Well, with it being an EV, the torque is instantaneous. I don't have the torque figure to hand, but I will insert that as a caption. Now, one thing I noticed very quickly, the brakes feel quite strange. The brake pedal, believe it or not, isn't actually attached or connected to the brake calipers. It sends a signal to a module, and then the module sorts out the rest. So what you get is a brake pedal that's very firm. I like it. It almost feels like, and bear with me on this one, it feels like a proper performance car, like a racing car. It's got a real firm feeling to it. I like that. Right, chuck it into the corners. A little bit of understeer there, but I was turning quite tight there. It feels quite positive. I like the handling. The car doesn't feel too heavy. Again, I don't have the weight to the top of my head. I think it's about 1,400 kilos. I may be wrong there. I may need to correct myself. But it feels pretty positive. Now, you do have a choice of driving modes. I've got this button on the steering wheel that says multi-sense, so I reckon that is it. So I've got Eco, Sport, Perso, which is the personalised one, Comfort. Right, let's pop it into Sport. This is actually quite fun to drive, you know. It's a very short, stubby car, much like the original, almost four-square on the road in regard to wheelbase. I really like the brakes. They do feel a little bit weird. It does take a bit of getting used to, because the feedback is not what you'd expect from a more conventional car, but I quite like it. The ride is a little bit fidgety, but the short wheelbase will, of course, be a factor in that, but it's not too bad. I love the interior, by the way. Got the double stacked dashboard, two-tiered dashboard, I shall call it. Right, let's open the car up. It's doing about 25 miles per hour and go. It's not rapid, but it's not bad. Alpine have done a performance version of this, so if you want a bit more performance from your 5, then take a look at that. So far, my impressions of this car are positive. The ride is a little bit firm, a little bit jiggly, but when you get it up to speed, it isn't too bad. The steering is quite nice and positive. It's direct. In sport mode, you do get a nice weight to it as well. Yeah, the handling is quite darty. Feels like a housefly, just ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, it's nice and direct. If you push it hard, you will get a bit of understeer, but let's be honest, this isn't a performance car, so I'm not going to be too critical of such things. And like I say, these are my first impressions. Now, we'll cut to a voiceover where we'll talk about prices, specifications, so forth, charging times. The Renault 5 E-Tech starts from £22,995 if you go for the 40 kWh battery and £26,995 if you go for the 52 kWh battery. The base model is called Evolution and offers standard features such as LED headlights and daytime running lights, 18-inch alloys, 10.1-inch touchscreen, wireless smartphone connectivity, dual zone climate control and rear parking sensors. There are also safety features including autonomous emergency braking, lane keep assist, driver attention alert and eCall to name a few. The Techno trim level starts from £2,000 more, adding features such as tinted rear windows, LED indicators, two-tone roof, bonnet charge indicator, 10.3-inch driver's digital display, Renault avatar, curtain airbags, reversing camera, denim interior, synthetic leather steering wheel and automatic high beam. The Iconic 5, which is featured in this video, is another further £2,000 more, adding different styles to the 18-inch alloys, electrically folding door mirrors, rear cross traffic alert, active driver assist, blind spot monitoring, front and rear parking sensors, hands-free parking, heated front seats, heated steering wheel and even more safety equipment. At the time of filming, there is a special Roland Garros edition which starts at £29,995 and is only available with the larger battery. This trim level offers different 18-inch alloys once more, matte shadow grey paint, clay coloured wireless phone charger, special light grey upholstery and Roland Garros detailing to both the inside and out. In regards to charging, if you use an 11 kW AC charging point, you'll get the 52 kWh battery from 10% to 100% in 4.5 hours, and it will take 3.5 hours to get the same result with the 40 kWh battery. If you use a 100 kW DC charger, you'll get the 52 kWh battery from 15% to 80% in 30 minutes, and for the 40 kWh battery, you'll get the same result using an 80 kW DC charger. To help you monitor the charge, there is a funky indicator on the bonnet, but you don't get that if you go for the Evolution trim level. Now, before I give us all voiceover fatigue, let me finish with a spot of practicality. Even though this is a pretty small car, the boot is generous, measuring at 326 litres, more than the now retired Ford Fiesta. Rear space is not impressive though, and unless you're putting a child or a smaller adult in the rear, I think there will be some complaints. It's quite a fun car. It's very difficult to give an EV car character, but I definitely feel like the Renault 5 E-Tech has got a bit of character to it. It feels a bit cheeky, I like that. It definitely has a certain charm about it. It's also pretty good to drive. I can hustle it down the hill route quite nicely. Right then guys, there we have it. Quite a quick spin in the new Renault 5 E-Tech. I've actually quite enjoyed my time with it, which will be a bit of a surprise because many of you will know that I'm not a big advocate of or fan of EVs, but this has got a certain character to it. It's cheeky, it's quite charming, I like it. It looks great as well, so does it drive as good as it looks? I think it does. So guys, if you have enjoyed this content or found it useful, please, I know every YouTuber says it, but please like, comment and subscribe, because the thing is, the more attention this video gets, the more likely it will be that I can get one of these for a week, so I can do a proper review on it and give you a much more deeper, thorough insight on the car. This is very much the first drive. I have the car for about 20 or so minutes, and believe me, from a filming perspective, that is very challenging and you're very limited in regard to what you can do. So yeah, if you have found this useful, then please give it a thumbs up. A big thank you to Renault UK for letting me have a quick spin in a very charming 5 E-Tech. If you own one of these cars or you've had an experience of one of these cars, please do get in touch, start a conversation. I'd love to hear what you think of the car. But yes, that is pretty much me done. So guys, if you have enjoyed the video, like, comment and subscribe, blah blah blah. If you are subscribed, don't forget to click the bell icon so you get notified every time I make a video. But until the next time guys, be sure to keep up the car obsession.